How's everybody doing tonight? Puppy Pot and Chill number 662. I'm here. My dog Munch is here running around behind me. You can see his tail wagging behind me. I got my bowl loaded. Indeed. Indeed. I do have some shit I want to go over with you. So, let's not hesitate too much. I don't want to rush into it, bomb into it, but let's start. Let's take a hit. Oh, I love this stuff. This cypress berry is something else. All right. Puppy Pot and Chill number 662. Biden. Once again, more news about Biden. Biden gets lost and has to be rescued by his wife. Now, where could Biden be where he got so lost that he needed to be rescued by his wife? Well, he was on stage, of course. And he got lost on stage. He couldn't find his way off. Now, a lot of people are going, this is so funny, he's gaffing, he's got some mental decline going on. This is the guy that's supposed to be running the most powerful country on the spaceship Earth. And the motherfucker is so into mental decline that he can't find his way off of a stage. And his wife has to go running out and get him and lead him off stage. Munch, really, dude? Munch wants to be seen. So, yes, I love you too. Quit licking me. Alright, look, over here. Everybody, if you're going to get up on my lap, everybody wants to see you, dummy. Quit licking me. Quit licking me. Alright, and it's getting worse. Just so you know, it's not like that was his only problem of the night. He also confused Syria and Libya like 3 different times. Gaffing out. And I mean, these aren't little mistakes that can be just washed over and forgotten about. These are big fucking gaffes. These could lead to big problems. Munch, what are you licking, dude? But it's scary because this is a man who cannot finish a thought and put it into a sentence. Like I said, it makes him dangerous in that what if he says the wrong thing and in trying to broker a deal gives away Florida to Russia or something. I mean, of course I'm being really ignorant about this, but at this point I can almost be that ignorant and be serious with Biden doing what he's doing. It's just not hard to make that final bigger step, for him to give away Maine or Florida or something like that because he doesn't know where he is or what he's talking about. I mean, and there's even people talking about Kamala being president by 2022 because Biden won't be able to handle the job. And this is bad because Biden and Kamala both were elected not for their political abilities, not because they have a bunch of power under their belt. They were the only ones that could come close to putting up a fight against Trump. And people on the left wanted him out so bad, they were willing to take a trade of epically bad proportions. And now we're feeling the bite of that. Alright? Anybody but Trump! Anybody but Trump! Well, now we have Biden. And he is spending our cash like he might as well be heating our homes with burning it for heat. Let's take another hit. Really, dude? I'm not going to play ball with you in the room. No. So, it's not like any of these things are impossible. They're just improbable. The scary part is that they're absolutely possible. That's what's scary. Not that they would happen. It's very improbable. But there is a possibility of it, even though small. So we got people who are in the job because we were so desperate to get that mean old Trump out of there because he was doing all these bad things. Come to find out, he wasn't really. But the Democrats are doing exactly what they said he was doing, but they're getting away with it. And it's not because, they're hiding it or anything. It's because the Republicans are weak and they won't stand up for anything. I mean, you literally have to be setting them on fire to get those fuckers to move on anything. So, we got two unqualified people in a position who are now being pushed to do things that need to be done that were like the border. That needs to be handled. Kamala was put in charge of it, hasn't been down there once. She doesn't even know what's going on. She hasn't talked to anybody down there. I mean, how can you say you're serious about something when you're not acting serious about it? So, I mean, like I said, they were so desperate to get Trump out of office. Anything to get him out of office. Well, here we are now. And we ended up with a president and a vice president. They're weak-minded, feeble, and ignorant. So far, everything they've touched has just gone to total shit. To cover their fuck-ups, they just lie and make more fuck-ups. And then when things get rough, they just print more money. Oh no, the people are mad at us. Let's print more money. It's only another fucking $2 trillion. Not billion, not million, trillion. Biden wants to spend like 20 trillion in his administration. And nobody seems to be saying anything about it. I think this is a bad thing. That's why I keep bringing it up. But I don't know if you've noticed, but the news isn't exactly telling you everything that's going on. And nor are they exactly telling you the truth about the things they are reporting on. They bend and twist ideas, thoughts, and statements to fit their agenda. Alright? If they don't outright break the rules, they bend them so fucking bad they'll never be straight again. In Atlanta, Georgia, in a one-day shooting spree, a man goes on a racial hunt for the white man, saying he just had to get him. Now, it's not being reported on because of the race of the shooter and the people the shooter was targeting. It was a racial crime, but because of who was shooting and who the shooter was targeting, they're not going to report on it. And the reason why is, I can't say. Even though it's the absolute truth. I'll get shadow banned, some kind of punishment if I say the wrong thing here, which is the truth. So you're going to have to look this one up. But I mean, I want you to anyway. I want you to, if I say anything that intrigues you on any of my things, remember, I'm a stoner. Don't listen to me. Fact check me. Find out for yourself what you believe the truth to be. That's all that really matters, is what you think the truth is. But do the digging. Do the little bit of work. Find the truth. Don't go to imright.com and then go, ah, look, see? No, that's not fact checking. So always remember, don't listen to me, I'm a stoner. But don't just believe mainstream media either. They have an agenda. My agenda is to try to get what I know to you as truthfully and honestly as possible. Mainstream media's agenda is all about money, clicks, ratings. They don't really care about you. They say they do, and they put on a big performance. Some of them even pull tears at the right time. But I don't believe that shit. And if you do, well, I feel sorry for you. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, back to what I was talking about here. A shooter went on a shooting spree. These people, I believe nobody died, but he did shoot like 7 or 8 people. And it's just not being talked about because of the race of the shooter and the targets. It would have been different if it had been the other way around. If it had been the other way around, I could have said wholeheartedly what had happened. And nobody would have said anything about it. AOC again goes online and lies about being a victim and how she was almost killed at the January 6th insurrection. I just want everybody to remember, she was not in the Capitol building. She was not on the same block. She wasn't on the same road. And her building was never stormed by any insurrectionists or anything like that. As a matter of fact, the videos you can find of the people in that building showed them milling around, kind of confused, not really knowing what is going on. But at the same time, none of them are in any danger. It's very obvious. AOC is lying. She's making up lies about how stressful it was, about how bad it was. And because nobody fact checks, they just believe her. And then when I go on and say that she's lying, they go, oh, he's an asshole. Well, I'm sorry, I did my due diligence and dug and found the truth. And I'm sorry to report that AOC is a outright fucking liar. She wasn't in any danger. She wasn't in the building that was being stormed. She wasn't there. If I remember right, if you look it up on a map, I believe it's like 300 or 400 yards away from where, you know, that's where she was at compared to where the Capitol building that was having people go into it. And, you know, I get that the cops and the FBI and everybody want to arrest all the insurrectionists on January 6th. That's fine. If you want to arrest those people and go after them, that's fine. But then you make goddamn good and sure that you go after all the insurrectionists and all the rioters that have been rioting for the last year and a half. There's video of all of them. More video of those than of what happened on January 6th. If you want to arrest those rioters, then you go and arrest all the other rioters that are doing that and worse. Burning down our cities, torching businesses, looting, and doing it brazenly. The latest YouTube trend, or Twitter trend, is the guy who shoplifts at Walgreens but uses a giant black bag, scoops shit off the shelf into it, and then rides his bike out of it. This is what it's come to, folks. If you want to live like that, fine. Go move to those democratic cities where they're soft on crime and they don't protect you. And if you try to defend yourself, you go to jail. If that's how you want to live, you go to that democratic shithole city. I'm not gonna. So, AOC, no. You're not a victim. You can lie and tell everybody online that you are. I know different. I looked up the truth. You weren't even in the same fucking building. Your building was never stormed. You made up all those lies just to try to be a victim. You're virtue signaling about how great you are. You're not. You're ignorant to the point that it's painful to listen to you. In another mass shooting, the shooter ID is withheld by mainstream media and the Democratic left because they are afraid of stereotypical spreading. They're afraid that because of what this mass shooter did, he might be stereotyped. Whatever. Tell your lies to somebody dumb. You know, that's your best shot, not me. I know why you're not releasing their stereotypical. You know, by doing this, you're actually endangering the public because you're not letting the public know who the fucking mass shooter is. But, you know, we wouldn't want to hurt the feelings of some mass shooter now, would we? Fucking ignorant clods. Man, driving down the road accidentally hits protesters in the middle of the road wearing all black at night. The man stops because he accidentally hit somebody doing the right thing. Then the man is drugged from his vehicle by the left BLM people wearing all black, blocking the road. They drag him from the car and beat the ever-living shit out of him. Finally, the cops show up. Justice will be dealt. Nope. They arrest the man that accidentally hit the protesters and let the terror mob go. They just drug a man from his vehicle that accidentally hit a man and beat him purposely. Mob justice, mob rules. This is what we're coming to. I tell you, they're gonna fuck with the wrong person. Up where I live, people are fairly well armed. You try doing that to somebody up here, you're bound to get shot. You're not going to be able to pull somebody out of their vehicle up here and beat them. Not without a big, big incident happening. Not only do the people carry weapons up here, they're willing to defend themselves because we believe in our rights to our pursuit of happiness. If you try to take away that, we will defend ourselves. So you keep it up. You keep thinking that you can block the lanes, jump out in front of a car, make him be the bad guy, beat him up, and then you get scot-free. Eventually you're going to do that to the wrong fucking person. And all those people who said that this guy was screaming through there wide open, you might want to check the videos. Because he wasn't. They're lying again. Just saying. Nothing new. Uber driver he just hit the wrong place at the wrong fucking time. He got in between a couple of factions. He gets drug out of his car and beaten. And here's the reason why. There is no reason. None at all. Other than these groups are terror mobs. And they wanted to take somebody and beat them up. Didn't matter who. Didn't matter for what reason or why. And they did. And some poor Uber guy who got stuck in the middle, wrong place, wrong time. He didn't run anybody over. He didn't hit anybody. He wasn't trying to chase anybody down. He was just sitting in an intersection. But nobody got in trouble for it. Nothing. As a matter of fact, there's very little being reported about it. Do you remember when CNN came out and told people that they could not read the WikiLeaks? It was illegal. Only they could read the WikiLeaks. So they would read the WikiLeaks and then they would tell you what the WikiLeaks said, being the bastions of truth. And then they lied like motherfuckers about it, praying that nobody would read WikiLeaks. But some of us knew better because it was totally legal to read it, and we read it only to find out that mainstream media was once again lying like a very cheap rug. Big surprise. Hydrate. That was a good hit. Biden calls Putin a killer, while Putin is across the ocean in a totally different country, thousands of miles away. But Biden's got to meet Putin in a couple of days now. And needless to say, Biden is panicking. Biden is panicking the same way that the dumb school bully panics when he realizes that his mouth wrote checks that his body will not be able to cash by talking stupid about the wrong person, and they're about to get their fucking ass handed to them. That's how Biden is panicking right now. He is trying so hard to walk it back, but he stumbles and gaffes along so bad. Oh, by the way, Chrissy Teigen, you're an ignorant racist cunt. Now, I don't want you to think I did this out of spite, malice, or some reason like that. I don't have any proof, just like you and what you did. I'm just using the same method that you used, Chrissy. So, if it's a method you used, it must be right. So if it's right, you're a racist cunt, Chrissy. And that's using your way of thinking. Grand, isn't it? Alright. Let's take one more hit. Always remember, you got to be 21 in a state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not 21 in a state it's legal, just don't do it. Let's be smart about this. We can. If you think my video is worth a shit, please share it. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't think it's worth anything, delete it. Don't worry about it. I think that's about it for tonight, man. My dog's asleep on the floor. I am high. If you were smoking with me, I hope you got high with me. I really don't think I have anything else. That's most of my bitching right there. Yep, that's it. Peace. I love you fuckers. We'll do this again, of course. Until then, stay high, bitches.